Welcome everybody to a new tutorial, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to do smooth text tracking in After Effects so you can get edits like this one like you're seeing on the screen.
What up, my lovely females? This is your boy Costa, your host for the evening. Behind me is Thomas Cub's house. Today is Thomas Cub's birthday, and this is Project X. Yo.
So once you have your clips ready for text tracking, the first thing I'm going to show you is how to do that. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to write out your text here for the first line. This is what I usually do. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use a font called Lemon Milk, which is what I like to use, and then I put it on bold here, and then I put that in the middle, make this white, and then I find all the lines where I want it to go, and I'll cut it. To cut is Control-Shift-D. So next thing I'm going to do, since I have this whole line cut out here, which is this is my text up here, so then I'm going to find each line and I'm just going to cut that out for each saying that I want. I'm just cutting out each part.
Robert better not get in my face.
So he says Robert better not get in my face on this line, and then he says cuz right here. So once you have each line you want to track cut out, then you're gonna want to actually change it to what you want. It's just easier to create one word first because then it will keep creating different text layers, but this is just how I do it. So you're gonna put what you want here, and then you want to come over. I find 55 or 65, not 565, or 65 to work good. So I'm gonna just do 55 for this video. And then I'm gonna hit the align thing here. So since this is kind of a long line, I'm gonna probably go down to 45. I'm gonna highlight this one, and I'm gonna make like this just red for the purpose of it, like some edit, like this.
Robert better not get in my face.
And then I'll show you also how to do like some presets for text animation, so it will look better. Okay, so once you have all of your text aligned here and typed out, then you're gonna want to take each text bar here and drag it above the clip where it goes to, so it's easier to find and everything. So that's already there, see, like I'm doing. And then I'm just gonna realign. I'm just gonna like realign these things because some of it isn't aligned very well. I'm gonna establish some fading in and out at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the end of the text here, and to move back and forth frames, you can do control with the arrow keys. Make sure you're hitting control, because if you're not, it's probably going to move either the text or wherever you're having the clip back and forth. So first of all, you're going to go under here into transform, and then you're going to find opacity. And then you're going to make a preset, and I'm just going to make that 0. And I'm going to go back like 10 to 15 frames, probably like 15, depending on how long the text is. If it's like a long text like this, you could probably do like 10 to 15, but if it's short, probably only do like a few. And then you're going to make another preset, which is 100, so it will fade out like that. And I'm going to highlight both and right click and go to keyframe assistant and hit easy ease, and then hit U on your keyboard to just have the keyframes go away. Okay, so I've done the opacity preset for each one, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new null layer, because you're gonna have to go to right click over here and hit new, and you're gonna do null object, and then you're also gonna cut this null object out as the same size of your text for each one, like this. Next is I'm gonna pre-compose each of the text clips. Go over here and find the text preset that I like. Okay, next you're gonna drag the null layer on top of your text. Next, I'm gonna pre-compose my text by hitting Control, Shift, and C. I'm gonna hit this one. Make sure these two are selected. Hit OK, so it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna do that for each of my text layers. Next, I'm gonna drag the null layer along the top of the text, like we did with the text with the clip. Whilst recording this, you need to parent your text to the null layer. So I'm gonna actually move the text above each null layer instead of having the null layer on the text, just so I have it like that. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over to this thing, and then you're gonna parent it to the null layer, like by dragging this little curly Q thing. And then I'm gonna rename the null layers to like the first thing. This text already has like kind of a name, like what it starts saying, so I'm gonna rename each of these like Robert 1, and then this will say like cuz 1 or something like that. So just do that. Once you've done that and renamed renamed the null layers, it should look something like this. Okay, so like this green bar indicates like the preview that it gives you. So like when it's like blank like this, then that means that part hasn't been like rendered in preview yet. So it should look like this. Once you're done doing that, that's very important. You're gonna hit your clip, go to track motion, make this big and that also big, and select a spot. I'm just gonna do this little nose hole thing, and then I'm gonna hit the play button, and then it should start doing it. And then once it's done, I'll show you what to do. Once it's done, it will have these keyframe things up here. So then you're gonna wanna edit your target and select the null layer and hit OK. And then you're gonna wanna select your text and hit apply for the X and Y, and then save that. And then it'll look like this. You can adjust like what it looks like that, or wherever you want it.
Robert better not get in my face.
Then you can add like your text, like effects or whatever. So just do the tracking like that for each one, and I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. Once you have all your text tracked and everything, then you can go ahead and add any effects that you want. So I have this fading effect that I showed earlier. So then after you have your text pre-composed, I'm gonna add some of my like effects that I like. And once you're done, you're gonna want to go to composition and add to Adobe Media Encoder queue. You want to download the media encoder, which will be in the Discord link in the description, to an editing server where you can download your stuff. This is what the Adobe Media Encoder will look like. You're gonna hit H.264 and you're gonna click match source high bitrate on this little blue thing, and it'll say this for a minute. And then this thing will pop up, which is like the Premiere render thing. And then you can adjust whatever settings you want. For the purpose of the video, I'm just gonna stick with like 1080. And then I'm just gonna put this as high as it goes for the bitrate. If you want a higher quality, then just uncheck this and uncheck this and hit high. You can go to like 5.2 and that will make it like 4K. Just make sure it's like the same dimensions though. But I'm gonna go back to main. I'm just gonna put at 100 for it, and then just hit OK, and then hit the play button, and then it shouldn't take that long depending on what you want. See, it's already done. Took like 10 seconds, and then you're done. Okay, so this is what it looks like here on the screen.
Robert better not get in my face, because I'll drop that motherfucker.
Jesus, Brennan.
Okay, so thank you guys for watching the tutorial, and in the description I will have a Discord server where you can get the Adobe Media Encoder and other things, and then I will put the 2 editing packs and the presets in the description. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and comment if you want another tutorial like this. So see y'all in the next one.